Okay, a little on the fly recording, but yeah, it's been quite a bit since we uploaded something. The episode we're listening to is like right before Christmas. We all had a lot going on during that time, you know, holidays and everything. Everyone in their full-time jobs too, working nonstop. And if there's anyone listening, I'm sorry for uploading so late. Hopefully we stay a little bit more consistent here, but with that, let's enjoy it.
Are we recording already? We're recording already. Hey, everybody, and it's been a while since been here.
Well,
Thank you
back.
for joining us.
Welcome back.
for a while.
Welcome.
back.
Podcast is once
There's
again back
three
in
out of the
action.
four of us right now. Cass couldn't make it.
Yeah, he's got family duties to take care of, stuff to attend to.
Yes, but for today, you've got myself, you've got Josh, you've got Manny, Manuel, and Ryan.
Yes.
You know what? This is off the top of my head though. Like I asked him the other day, and I was just curious. Like, dude, in Mexico was Zorro like a thing? You know, was that their superhero? Like over here, like Batman and stuff like that?
Wow, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
I mean, the thing is, like, Zorro's actually based in California, right? So it's more like a Chicano thing. Like, it's not that it wasn't like known throughout Mexico, especially because I grew up in TJ, dude. That's literally right across the border, so that's kind of cheating, because like I was there, you know, like right here. It's kind of like across the border, man. Like, it's not that far. It's not like I was like, you know, it's not like I was like in the middle of Mexico, one of the other bordering Guatemala. You know, I'm literally like across, you know, a few like feet away from San Diego. But yeah, you know, like it was a thing, sort of, but it wasn't like, oh my god, Zorro. You know, like I mean, there was like a TV show, but I think the cartoon was actually an American-made cartoon, and it was just dubbed into Spanish.
You know, it probably was too when I think about it. I was wondering if was it like a culture thing over there for it, or was it just something that we made up?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't think it was made up. I don't know what the
Was
fuck
it
made
real?
it up, dude.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You sporadically come with the random history shit, so I'm just like,
Yeah, but it's
let me
not
ask
something I
him.
kind of like. I know, like I read like a thing about it, but I can't really remember about it right now. But yeah, because the whole thing is the story was actually he's like a Spaniard guy. He was kind of wimpy and shit, and then, but he was like in LA when this whole area was still kind of ran by the Spaniards. And then he goes to Spain for like 5 years, and he becomes like a gentleman. He learns how to sword fight and all that shit. But then when he comes back to LA, he just kind of becomes like the people's person, like the people's champion. Wrestling reference. But it's kind of like a double life, you know, because when he's himself, people still think he's kind of like this coward that doesn't know how to fight, and he needs help getting into a horse.
Mexican Batman.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but then like behind the scenes, he just becomes Zorro, and people are like, "Yay, Zorro, fight for the people."
They would tell you his reference when you talk about that kid that was doing like some whip motions. Is he trying to be Zorro?
Oh yeah, I don't know if I told you.
I don't think so.
So, you know, like I coach boxing, right?
Yeah.
So I was over there, right, and I was talking to one of the other coaches, and we're just kind of just talking, whatever. And I turn around because like the kids were supposed to be doing jump rope. You know, it's kind of warm up before I get started. I look over, and one of them has like jump rope, and he's just kind of using it like a lasso, like whoosh, whoosh. And I look at him like, "Hey man, you trying to audition for the new Zorro?" And everybody starts laughing, and then, you know, it goes back to jump roping, whatever. And then like a few minutes later, when they're done, they're putting that stuff away. One of the kids walks up to me, so like, "I thought Zorro had 3 swords. I didn't know he used a lasso." And I was like, "What?" Like, it took me way too long to realize what I was talking about. And I was like, "Oh my god,
Come on,
dude."
man. I thought that was your new favorite
Zorro.
show.
That was the moment, like, oh my god,
I was like, dude.
my age has caught up with me.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh my god, dude." Okay, yeah, no, completely different show. Like, you know, Zorro, you know, like
That's awesome.
with a mask,
Yeah.
bandit, and he's like, "Oh, that's Zorro. I thought you were talking about One Piece." It's like, yeah,
Oh man, yeah, he had me rolling when I was talking about that. I was like, oh my god, I don't even know what I was referencing to at the time. I was just like something like something was going on down there. Like there's some kind of like, what do I want to say? Like rebellion or something like that. I was like, do all the people just get together and just put on the mask like back in the day, like Zorro? It's like no, bunch of Mexican Iron Fists running around.
Man, as far as I know, there's only one guy that wears a mask. He's like some sort of guerrilla guy. He's like anti-government. He's trying to overthrow the government and become his own government. I believe they call him Marcos, and he's been in power for like 30 years, supposedly.
Oh man, it's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, it's like those. I mean, I'm pretty sure they exist here in the U.S. too. I mean, like just don't hear as much about it, but like every once in a while, you see some kind of nut job that's like, we have our own government, and you're like, no, you don't, dude. No, you don't.
Oh yeah. But, you know what? Also, was thinking too, man, because we're going to when it got to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Like me and Cass were sitting together on the way back home, and we're just like, oh man, yeah, we got to plan our stuff out and break off next time to go do things, because we were kind of just pretty much just following Pablo, and then just picking off like, oh, what do you guys want to see together? This.
Yeah.
I was like,
I definitely recommend that. That's what I did with that Bat in the Sun panel. I'd planned that out for myself from the get-go. Because, yeah, you look at it, everyone has their own shit that they want to see.
yeah. And I was disappointed because I was walking out, like I told you guys, I swear to God, I saw Nerdrotic there, right? I watch his shit, and he has like the stuff and opinions on the movies and things like that. I was like, oh, and he was the one hosting the panel for why 80% of movies are now trash or something like that, or why they're still shit.
Yeah.
Why does Hollywood keep messing it up? And I was like, God damn it, I wish I saw that. And
I
then
would have liked to see that panel.
And then they had the downfall of G4.
That I did want to see for sure. I was kind of pissed off that I missed that one.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't too interested in that one, but I did want to see the first one though. But
The 80% trash.
yeah.
I was surprised when we went to the Star Wars one, that one was fully packed.
I mean, it's Star Wars, dude. Star Wars always
yeah.
is
Yeah,
fully
but
packed, dude, I mean, if you really look at it, even in like an anime expo, a lot of the cosplays are Star Wars, dude. Star Wars is huge. It's
I know
its
it's
own
huge.
universe, dude.
I just didn't expect it. I didn't think it was like what was it, like Sith mythology and shit like that,
Dude.
Like just
They had a meet and greet for people that were doing Star Wars cosplay. I should have gone to that.
yeah. But I didn't. You know, it's one thing like for me, like it's they go and see like the voice actors or something like that, or the actual actors and shit.
Yeah.
And stuff. Like I can expect that to be a big thing. But for something as a little side thing, like the way the Jedi think and how their mythos is, and like basically like the religion, didn't expect the room to be packed. I just wanted to go see what they're talking about. Then when we get there, it's fucking boom, it's packed. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was still cool though.
Yeah.
Damn.
I really did like the first panel we went to, the special effect one.
That one was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was thinking of actual visual effects, not like the after effects from the movies after. I was thinking like old stuff, other stuff like CGI and things like that more. But yeah, that was interesting to see. Well, I wish they went more in depth with other things and more modern stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's like an hour and they kind of go through a whole thing. It all depends too, because I mean, they also have some that are a little more geared for certain things. Like I was kind of disappointed with the cosplay one because they basically went through stuff I already kind of knew.
Yeah,
I was like,
That's why I left early during it. I'm looking as this dude's talking. He's talking about certain shit, and I look at you, and you're like, you're kind of nodding your head, like, yeah, I already do this. I already do this.
expecting-
The guy starts talking about shit like 3D printing, and I look at Manny, and he's doing the exact same thing as you. Like, yes, oh yeah, I do that. Oh shit, I know how to do this. I'm all, fuck, I ain't gonna learn anything. I got these two. I booked it. Oh, that shit was boring.
I gotta say, the only thing I was like, oh shit, was actually not even from the panel. It was when the guy was like, oh, the PVC foam, and I'm like, PVC foam, and I actually looked it up, and I'm gonna go buy a sheet and try it out because it's like PVC pipe, so it's like hard plastic.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the guy's like, oh, you can heat it up and you can mold it, and it's a lot more durable. And then like the shoulder plate he literally was like knocked on it, and it was like it sounded like solid, dude. And I was like, oh fuck,
Yep.
dude, I want to try that, dude, because I feel like if you were to actually shape that shit, it would be so much durable than Ava foam, like EVA foam.
Oh yeah.
And then he also was like, oh, it's really light, and I'm like, oh shit, dude, I want to try it.
it's also really thin too, so it's durable, but it looked like it could like you bend it too hard, crack.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I was looking at, like, oh. But I could see that being like an outer lining like you put on top of the EVA phone to make it look like hard armor or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that. So yeah, that was new to me. I was like, what the fuck? But I was expecting to go in there and seeing
Like more detailed stuff.
more detail.
Yeah.
Like when we looked on like TikTok and YouTube, like when they're the 3D printing and then they put the stuff on there so it can like bend. Like they literally put like a lining of like mesh between the 3D printers, so when they picked it up, it was attached to the mesh, and they can just glue it onto whatever armor they had.
The one girl that was like just a cosplayer, because the other three guys were like in this industry or whatever. The one girl that was like, "Oh, I'm just a cosplayer." I feel like she had like a lot of like stuff that she said that I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And then she talked about certain things, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, like just keep that in mind." Certain things like we're just talking about spray paint isn't the best thing because it cracks, and I'm like, well, I mean, I know that now.
Yeah.
But like I feel like out of all the four people that were in the panel on that particular panel, she had the most information that would have been useful because she's the one that's actually doing cosplays, and she's the one that spoke the least. And whenever she said something, it seemed like they kept cutting her off and they kind of kept jumping into other things.
Yeah, because she did like a lot of like in the house kind of things and stuff that we would be attuned to. You know? And I was pretty interesting to listen to.
She did the do-it-yourself type shit, fucking at home.
The one thing that had me laughing.
Most of the people probably there probably wanted to hear.
Remember when me and Cass were trying to get the dude from Monster Hunter that he had the armor on?
Yeah.
Yeah. The dude had the Fatalis armor and he was wearing the purple wig, so he looked like the male character in the game.
Oh.
And she called him out. She's like this young lady right here. Oh God, she looks so beautiful.
Yeah, call her a gorgeous queen or something like that.
Then I looked up and I looked at Cass and I'm like, oh, dude, that's the freaking Monster Hunter dude. And you hear from the side, I'm a guy.
She was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
She straight up said, oh shit, oh my bad.
Hey man, at least he knows he's a beautiful queen. Hey, I gotta admit it though. When you guys walked up to the guy, dude, I thought it was a girl too.
Oh, I just knew because of the armor. I was like, oh, that's the male armor. So I played that game.
I've never played the game.
Yeah, but yeah, I get what you guys are saying. Like, because he had the long hair and just that really petite Asian face that he had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
clean shaved and everything.
He had that feminine look to him.
Hey, you know what was the funniest thing about that panel is when it got quiet after that, they were talking about that dude in that plate armor. Mm-hmm. Like that shit was metal. And he got his answers. And in the middle of the conversation, after they started talking again, he got up, started walking out. It was like click, clack, click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. and he was trying to walk so slow to get out.
Yeah.
I must have booked it before that happened, dude.
Yeah,
we were laughing, trying to hold it in because it was like literally quiet, and they were having a serious conversation with this other dude, right? And then out of nowhere, you just hear click, 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 click. Click clack, click clack, click clack, click clack. I'm like, dude.
Imagine. Remember when we went to WonderCon that I wore my samurai Superman armor? Yeah. Every time I walked, imagine that. Click, click.
Okay.
All the plates and all the things just.
Yeah, you can literally hear him slow down as he tried to make it quieter. I'm like, dude, it's not working. Just walk.
Yeah. That's the one thing about those. I mean, I should have downloaded the app ahead of time, but I didn't. I literally downloaded it that morning. But yeah, because I know last time we went, I downloaded like a week because they tell you when it becomes available, and I downloaded like a week in advance. So I was kind of like, okay, I want to look at this panels. This is where I want to go. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But like this time around, I just kind of left everything till last minute. But it just seemed like it snuck up on us. Like one day I'm buying tickets. Next thing I know, I'm like, oh shit, it's already happening.
Yeah.
But
especially for me, that was my first time going to actual Comic-Con. I've always put it off because it was like so crowded.
It wasn't bad though.
It wasn't really that bad.
No, it was fine.
The thing is, like, the big ones that are like known are the ones that are gonna be packed. Like the San Diego Comic-Con, dude. I've never been able to get tickets to that shit, dude.
Well, that shit sells out instantly.
Yeah.
That and the New York Comic-Con, probably the most popular ones.
Anime Expo was just. I mean, last year was the third time I went to it, and oh my god, I've never seen it that packed, dude. Oh, that shit was ridiculous, dude. It was. You remember, like, outside when we were making like line and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was like noon, and it was still huge. It's like big ass line, dude.
Jesus.
It was like 3 in the afternoon. We were like inside.
Wow.
We were like inside, dude. Everything was packed. We could barely move anywhere. Every panel had lines just to go inside. Even the shitty ones, dude, they just had like this big ass lines. And then you like look out the windows, and there was just like like when we went outside to get like food and stuff, and we were able to like find sitting and stuff. It was just kind of chilling.
That wasn't when I should have treated that like we went to Evo and just like took a shit ton of water and stuff in the backpack.
Oh yeah, I took water.
Oh, that's what I did too.
I didn't. I just bought it.
I got through some water, snacks in my backpack and shit.
Cass bought me one. I bought myself one. Fucking those $4 Gatorades.
Yeah.
I was like, oh Jesus! And then I bought a $7 fucking Monster
Oh damn.
just because I was getting tired. I was
God
like, that was
damn.
the only 2 drinks I ever bought that day. Everything else I was running to like the fountain.
Yeah, but yeah, you know how we were able to find spots and everything, and it wasn't super crowded outside. Dude, we went out to Anime Expo because it was in the same place. You couldn't walk outside, dude. That fucking shit was packed. That's why I was like, this year I'm skipping it, dude. I want to do WonderCon, but I'm gonna skip that one. I want to find like another event because I know like here in the Inland Empire now they're doing all kinds of other stuff. They got the Riverside, they got the one in San Bernardino. You know, they got the one that's happening now, the second anime one. It's like LA, I think it is. They have a Long Beach one. Long Beach is doing one now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think Long Beach has always had its own Comic-Con, I think.
did it really?
I think so.
Oh, I don't know. I just heard about it. But either way, like I'm saying, there's like a lot of them like spreading out all the time, dude. So
Okay.
there's
I mean, it seems like a lot more popping up when you say it too, because it's like, just like everyone grew up with it, and now it's just popping up everywhere.
yeah.
WonderCon's another fun one. I recommend trying that one.
Yeah, that was good. And it wasn't that crowded last time either. It was decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like they're popping up everywhere because the Riverside one, that was the first year they did it, and it was pretty crowded. Like I wasn't expecting that many people, especially for like the first one ever.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think they
I
were expecting
probably
it
would have
either.
expected it to be packed for the first one because everyone
Yeah.
wants to check it out.
Yeah, it wasn't too much of a difference from Evo, except Evo was like a first opening after COVID,
Yeah.
and that was like I guess the biggest it's been.
Yeah.
Because usually it's tournaments, right? But when
Before
we
that,
went-
the tournament was all done online.
yeah. When we went, it was
Previous to like 2 years, I think.
there. I mean, obviously rows and rows of consoles with different games and stuff, but like their things, like their little exhibition hall.
This was
It
also
wasn't
the
as big.
first year that Sony had control of Evo, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Next year is going to be huge.
So I think Sony's trying to do something with it. Like literally, well, everyone knows how Sony is. They're fucking
yeah.
greedy.
So
Yeah.
But so they're gonna try and make this shit big.
yep. Yeah, man. You know what? I'm glad though. One of the things I got over there was that picture.
Oh, the giant.
The giant.
Oh,
Scroll
the Comic
thing,
Con. I
that's
thought you were
pretty
talking
cool,
about
dude.
Evo.
Yeah. No, not Evo, but at Comic Con though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that picture, dude. I roll it out every now and then. I still look at it like, fuck. I want to hang it up somewhere, dude. And I can't. It's so big, dude.
Get like a double frame or something for it, dude. That's be cool. Though.
I was thinking like later on just buying just a long ass table, like a dining table, and I wanted to put it in the center of it.
Oh, okay.
Some
Oh,
glass.
that would be badass.
Maybe as like the game table, like tabletop games. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, fucking table that thing will fit in, but
They make family size tables like that, you know. We used to have one.
Wow. I mean, how big is it? Like, what's the size on it?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. It's
about the length of your fucking door.
a little taller.
But
Just a
8
little bit
feet?
taller, yeah.
8 feet.
Probably.
You can get a dining table. It's about 8 feet.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. You just have to go with one of those like fancy ones for like rich people. We have like an actual like dining hall.
Just be cheap, make it myself.
Oh yeah, dude, that's even better. Let's go get a piece of plywood or something.
Yeah.
Make it all nice and pretty. Yep.
You didn't get much over there when we went either, huh?
Most of the shit I got, literally almost everything, was for my wife. Kept coming across shit like, oh fuck, she'd like that. Oh shit, she'd like that. You know, I didn't get myself anything.
I didn't either. I got the kid some things.
I got my son some Pokemon cards, and that was pretty much all he got.
Oh well, yeah, that was my biggest purchase was that picture. I was
Yeah.
like, I couldn't let that go. I needed that.
Well, the thing is, I kind of stopped buying things because, I mean, look at my wall. It's pretty full.
Yeah. I'm having the same problem
Yeah.
too when I look at stuff like, but yeah, I didn't want to pass that up because that's like one of those things where like you know how like there's those fancy art people that look at something like, oh, I see meaning in this. It's like it's like a dot in the middle of a picture or something like that. That was my meaning right there when I saw that picture. I was like, oh my god, yes,
So
I see it.
You had a moment of clarity. You're like, oh, the universe makes sense. I must buy it.
I understand this. I could see the progression. To all the
Dude.
characters on there.
It
As
was
part as you're fucking
amazing,
looking at
though.
it too, that other guy fucking came up. Oh, can I see that? And he started looking at it, man. He's like, no, this is mine.
Yeah.
Saw the fear in his eyes, like it was about to sell.
Yep. It's cool. He signed all my pictures too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I looked that dude up. He goes to all of the conventions. So,
Oh, I'm sure.
That's what
You
we gotta
know-
start doing there.
With how much he was charging for this freaking prints and all that, that's his business right there. Go to conventions, sell
Me and
that
Cass
shit.
were talking to him for a while too. We're just shooting shit and talking about like Monster Hunter. He was like, "Oh yeah, my kid's been begging me to like make posters and stuff like that." And then we showed him our art books we have, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "Where'd you get those?" I'm like telling him where the booth was and everything. You know, only have like maybe 2 left. And he's like, oh, "Go get them for me." He's like, "You can keep the change." Gave Cass the change. Me and him just ran to the other booth, came back, and that's when we came back with Josh. And I was like buying that picture. I was like, "Fuck."
Oh, so he gave you guys money to go buy it from? Jeez,
Yeah.
dude, that's
Yeah.
trust right there. He just trusted you
Hey.
with money, dude.
That was just one of those things where like I don't know what it was, like a little mini connection right there when we were talking.
Yeah.
Like this guy is cool as shit. But
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm just editing this right now, and just so anybody's listening, if you made it this far, I just realized how much of a pain in the butt that day was. My microphone kept cutting off, the program kept having a brain fart, and so for the majority of the podcast, it sounds like Josh and Pablo are talking to their imaginary friend, and it's just a random conversation of nonsense. So I had to edit this down and get what I could out to like make it something. So I hope you guys enjoy what I try to put together. It's probably going to be really short. And I hope to God this problem never happens again. Sorry. There we go. I'm back. Right? You guys hear me? We're good?
Yes, sir.
Welcome
All
back,
right.
Manny.
That was just so weird. My force arrow just went off and ricocheted. That's what it was.
When did it cut off though? Did you hear
right after I said force arrow,
Oh, okay, all right. So you're
I went, pew. I went,
Yeah. Anyway,
Damn, it literally ricocheted and cut you off.
God, that
You need to aim better, Manny.
so anyway,
Hey, light was in my eye. It was
So-
windy in here.
to recap, you want to do it like a Native American Jedi, and you have no idea what you want to do yet, Josh.
I got to think about it
But
because
you want to do something that's not be so sweaty.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
I'm sweating my ass off in that fucking Gengar onesie.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Most cosplays you will sweat on. Dude, like I was Jedi and I was sweating all day because I had like 7 layers on. That shit would suck.
Oh,
dude,
I'm sure.
the Samurai Superman armor, not only is it like heavy, it's like 30 pounds, dude. And after a while,
I know. I helped you put it on.
Not only is it heavy, but yeah, I was pretty sweaty on that shit too. I think the only one where I kind of kept like kind of cool was the Aizawa one, and that's because it's literally just like a black long sleeve shirt,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like 1 layer, and even that, like I had that fucking giant scarf I made.
No. Yeah, dude, I was even sweating with that little thin sweater on after walking down there in the exhibition. I was like, fuck. And I had to take my hat off. I could not do it.
I couldn't even take anything off. It's like, fuck. This goddamn thing's my whole cosplay. It's one outfit.
Hey, you could have taken like halfway down and tied it around your waist.
You know, I was thinking of doing it, but, you know, every time we were walking around, I literally felt obligated to throw the hood on and shit while I'm walking around with my son.
Yeah.
Got the Ash
So-
Ketchum and Gengar going on. Had to do it.
I mean, I've got like the next 3 cosplays already lined up, you know, like, so I got the one I'm doing right there. I'm also the other one I started working on, which I got to finish, is that I was going to do a shiny Umbreon Jedi. So it's going to be like all black, but like with a blue. And I made the ears already. and then I have the lightsaber that's kind
Blue
of the same
lightsaber
color.
would be perfect.
Yeah, it's one of those right there.
Just do the berserk armor, make him a Jedi.
Dude, there you go.
Yeah, and then so I got that one. I got to finish, and then like my daughter, like the one she wore, that Jedi one, it's a semi-complete one because that's gonna be like the Leafeon Jedi. And then after that, we actually already planned that we're like me and my two kids, so all three of us, we're gonna be Daily agents, and we're gonna walk up to people and we're gonna be like, "There is no Warren Bossing say."
Okay, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, so
That's
I
like
already
that-
have like the next three lined up.
J. Jonah Jameson when he was walking around. Hey, you, jacket. Ah, yeah. I'm like, whoa, that guy is in character. He's in character.
And then I'm trying to convince my son to do an Ichigo cosplay because I want to be Ichigo's dad and just walk up to him, like all the
Fucking
time.
smack him or
Yeah.
some shit.
Pretty much. They're always fighting. It's like sneak attack.
Actually tackle him.
I just got that image of you walking up and smacking him in the back or something.
Oh, man.
It'd be funny.
I mean, yeah, you could do whatever you want. Like after I went and seen everyone's costumes, you had fucking Silent Bob walking around, free shrugs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like the first time I went, I was like, oh, people are gonna like no. But like half the people make it, half the people buy it, and like nobody really cares, really.
Yeah.
It's just to have fun, really.
Yeah, I'd like to have one where people be like, oh, can I stop? Stop. Can I get a picture? I'm like,
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's how it was when I did a Samurai Superman. I took about 100 pictures, maybe. People were like, wait, can I take a picture? And I'm like, yeah. Dude, we were like eating, and people were like, oh my God, can I take a picture? And I was like, okay.
Hey, that was actually pretty cool to have seen that picture. And then you found Samurai Iron Man.
Yeah.
That was cool.
What is the odds of that happening?
I mean, people like samurai armor, dude. When we went to Comic-Con right now in LA, there was a samurai Batman.
I didn't see that one.
You didn't see it?
No.
There was also that samurai in disguise that caught Cass.
Which one?
He was wearing the green kimono and had the fucking like sword on the side.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, trying to find out where the badge pickup was, and they got talked to him about the freaking trees and the animals.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Without
Cass
that,
got
there would
sidetracked.
be no Batman.
He was telling them about the bees and how important they are.
Yeah. Without the bees, there wouldn't be no Green Hornet.
It's like, dude, I just wanted to know where to pick up my badge.
Anyway, so we talked about Comic-Con and cosplays.
Yeah.
I also wanted to bring
Say the
Henry Cavill. So at the end of Black Adam, I guess he had like a mid-credit scene. I haven't seen Black
I
Adam.
still haven't seen it
He's
either.
literally
but-
in full costume as Superman.
Oh, if you have HBO Max, apparently it's already on there.
Okay, I don't have it anymore. I got rid of it. Try to save money. But I'll bring it back out because I don't want to save money no more. Anyway, so he had this whole announcement, right, when he was like excited, blah, 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 I'm going to come back as Superman. And now there's the announcement that he's not going to be coming back as Superman, that he met with James Gunn and the other guy that's taking over. And they were like, well, we're going to go with a younger Superman because we want to build a universe. They're going to basically, from what I hear, is they're trying to do like the new 52 or Rebirth or something like that. So they're trying to get like from the beginning. Yeah. So kind of sucks, dude.
I've heard I've heard it from a few like YouTubers and stuff. Like they've referenced him doing like something in the 40K universe. But yeah, if he's heading it, that dude is like really passionate about stuff like that. Dude, he tried to keep true to The Witcher and try to like portray the character as he is. And it's like you're playing as The Witcher, like Geralt, with the show name The Witcher, but they decided to 180 everything and bring all the background characters, mainly the women, to the forward spotlight. So he's like now the background character in a show called The Witcher that's about the girls and nothing really to do about The Witcher. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this shit?
I never saw the second season. At least I haven't seen it yet.
The first
I haven't even watched the first season. All I know is I saw little clips from the first season, And after Manny getting me to read so far I've read the first couple books, and I see these clips, I'm all, no, that's not Geralt.
It showed promise in the beginning. Like I can get around the fact that they had to make some leeway and changes, to adapt it to a thematic, like, film and all that. But what I can't get around is how much they started dramatically changing the story near the end. And it's like they just completely diverged from the story. And their fucking cop out was like the games didn't follow the story. They made their own things, which is true. But the games took place after the main series of books ended. Like they literally picked up where it left off, whereas the show is trying to start from the beginning where the books are at.
Yeah.
Now they're diverging in the middle, like not even in the middle, like right at the beginning of the saga. They're just diverging and making their own stuff.
I think the thing that bugged me the most was the clip that I saw that stands out the most was when he was talking to the boar dude. What is it, Llewellyn?
Yeah, the guy that was the monster.
Yeah,
completely different than from.
I was like, what the fuck? This is completely different than what I read. Like, oh my god, it was just bad.
How was it in the book?
Better. In the book, it was in the book, it was more of a heart to heart.
God damn, Manny. No pause for technical difficulty.
Dude, even you're cutting off now.
Oh,
He said,
shit.
Okay, now I heard that. Technical difficulty.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah, I don't know. That's me messing up with the mic. But like I was saying, like in the books, he was a monster, and he assumed with Geralt coming in, like you're here to hunt me, right? You're here to hunt me. And Geralt was just having a conversation because this was just a whole build up to something else that was going on.
In the book, it was so in depth, just a heart to heart, like this big thing. And then that clip I watched, all I remember is, let's play a drinking game.
Geralt never kills anything that can think for itself, that has actual consciousness and can literally distinct good and evil, right? Because there are things that can think, but it's just always going to think evil shit. This thing had a consciousness that portrayed good and evil intentions, like it knew right from wrong and all this other stuff. So they were having this heart to heart, and throughout the thing, it's like, well, yeah, you're not really that bad. And then in the TV show, they're literally just fucking throwing knives and having a conversation, like having fun, turning everything into a game.
A drinking game.
Yeah,
literally, where they're just chugging fucking drinks.
In the books, it was more of building the actual character of the monster and seeing his growth through that little tiny arc that whatever it was, a few chapters. Like not even that. It's like maybe 8 chapter.
Yeah, literally, probably just a chapter.
And within that little short thing, you saw this entire character growth, and it was like really like it held strong. And then it kind of felt like thrown away in the TV show. Like
just that character growth, that dialogue that was happening in the book, everything, listening to that, reading it or whatever. And from what I saw, it was but bad.
It sucks because Cavill, I was almost kind of against it because he had his whole thing when he started playing The Witcher was like, I played the games, I love it. I love this universe because he's a gamer too. And then later on, I started figuring out that he read the books, so he knows the source material very well, and he tried to portray the character as best as he could because he's just a huge nerd too. And if he got the chance to play like Geralt or Superman, he wants to be like that character for the fans because he's one of them. Yeah. And then to hear that they just don't give a shit about the story, they think it's goofy, and they try to change it. He leaves because it's not holding up to like what he thought it could be. And then you see him go try to do Superman, and they're like, "Oh fuck no, we're gonna try someone younger." And it's like, well, man, it's like, dude, they're trying to fucking like throw stuff out there to be like the next gotcha, like, oh, it's the next big like pop culture reference that we can control.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing I kind of felt a little bad about was the reaction people had when they were like, oh, The Witcher's not going to be played by Liam Hemsworth, and people were just talking shit about that guy, and I just felt kind of bad for him. Like, dude,
call him Discount Hemsworth.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, that's kind of sucked. Like when you're an actor and like you're known for like being a supporting character for like a series, like what was he in the Mocking.
I-
What the fuck was that? Come on, the Hunger Games. That's what it's
Well,
called. Hunger Games.
I don't think he's been in anything that actually put his name out there like big time. That put him in.
No,
front
that's
row,
what I was
right?
gonna say. Like, no, I think Hunger Games was the biggest thing he's been in. And he was a supporting character.
Yeah.
He was like a very small like part of the movie and shit.
I can't even
No.
make that like. I mean,
But it kind of sucks, because like it's not like the guy's a bad actor, but just because he's replacing Henry Cavill, everybody already started talking shit about him.
yeah.
Like we haven't even seen what he's gonna do.
I guess I haven't really seen.
Well, I'm pretty sure most people are just talking shit about him just due to the sole fact that
Henry
it's
Cavill's
not
leaving.
Henry Cavill that's playing
that's
him.
the biggest thing. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
I think we just. Well, I'll watch an episode to see how it looks, but I'm probably not going to finish watching the show. I just want to see what the outcome is.
I can't even bring myself to start the first season. Just after the stupid little clips I've seen, the shit I've heard from you, from the episodes you saw.
Yeah.
And after reading the book, it's no. Definitely a good one.
Got it again.
All right. Yeah. Well, I don't know what else, but that was a good conversation.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I just can't get over Bullet Train. That's like been the best movie I've seen lately, dude. Like the
Oh, it's definitely one of the best I've seen in a while.
It had action, it had the fun, it had the character growth, and I don't know, it had really good pacing.
Yeah.
And then it had that moment, that hit hard moment too. And then it hit me hard again with the tangerine, with the he came back as a like metaphorically with the fucking the bus or the
Oh, that was amazing.
yeah, it hit again. I was like, oh yeah, that was good. And that was good. That was a very good ending to that too. That just kind of closed it.
Yep.
And that's one of those things where that doesn't need a sequel. It don't need a number 2.
I have a feeling a number 2 would
That's
really
what I'm afraid of. You know, that's I think that's the problem is that they can't stop. It's like they see something that made money and they're like, we got to make a number 2.
If they make a movie, if it makes a shit ton of money, they're like, all right, yep, we got to keep this train going.
Yeah. Back. Yes. I'm back.
Yes, you're back.
Okay, so here's what I was saying though. Even if it's a shitty movie, they usually do like a direct to DVD release,
Yeah.
and that shit sucks.
Yeah.
I hope they don't though. That was a good movie. It was a one and done.
It's not direct to DVDs. It's direct to Hulu and Netflix now
That
or Amazon.
Pretty much.
So
No, I hope Bullet Train is a one and done.
Oh yeah,
I
like
think
the R.I.P. PD.
yeah,
Jeff Bridges.
that didn't need a number 2.
I haven't
that
watched
was
the sequel yet.
Yeah,
no,
I
it's
don't
so
want to.
bad.
I
I haven't
saw it and
seen
I
it,
was like,
but, like,
no.
I saw Jeff Bridges, Ryan Reynolds. It wasn't the best movie. Kevin Bacon. It wasn't the best movie, but whatever. It was what it was.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, Netflix. The guy from Burn Notice. I'm like, oh fucking hell, dude.
yeah. The first one wasn't. That was a one-time watch.
I saw that and I was like,
that
no,
was-
I ain't even
that
gonna
was
try and watch it. I was like,
superhero worthy. Like it was the same thing. It was fun to watch, right? And that's it. There's nothing more to it. But it didn't need a sequel, dude.
oh. Yeah.
Sequel sucks.
It's fucking bad. Everything is bad. The dialogue's bad. The costume design is bad.
So pretty much what I figured,
Dude,
was true.
the one thing that hit me, especially when you watch these movies, you can tell when they're really good too, because they put a lot of effort into it, like, right? But you start looking at them, the cowboys running across the screen and everything, everyone's in super clean clothes. Like, it looks like it just came off of the fucking rack.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, there's no dirt on this motherfucker.
Wow.
It looks like it was just fucking made, like, just knitted. I'm like,
That's like what I call the soap opera effect, dude. You ever seen soap operas? They're always super clean no matter what. Dude, I hate that shit.
it was like uncanny valley, dude. Just like, oh well, shit, this isn't. I know it's not real, but now it's definitely not fucking real. Like,
Yeah.
nothing on the screen makes sense. Guess we'll call it there.
All right, people.
Hopefully we do this again. We'll try to
Hopefully next time Cash Money will be with us again.
kind of maintain a good flow, but thanks for joining us.
Laters.